Hey right guys, Trace Munch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to the first episode of New Girl Season 4. It's been a while since I watched the last episode. I want to say like a month and a half since I did the finale of Season 3. I was just so far ahead on Patreon that I needed to slow it down because I was just binging through those last kind of few episodes. But I love Season 3. I thought it was probably funnier than Season 2, but I think storyline wise, probably not as strong as Season 2 as well, like having seen the entire season overall. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into this show, see what season 4 brings us, and we're going to do the quick Q&A. We don't have many questions this time around, I think 8, so just a quick few to get through, and then I'm going to do the tier list. But I might just put an image of my tier list up because I was looking through the side characters of season 3, and none of them, apart from Abby, Linda Cardellini's character, obviously really stood out as me for like having an opinion on anyone. I could have flooded it with 15, 20 characters, but I only have like 7 characters I have like any sort of opinion on. To be honest, it's like, yeah, Prince was in the show, which is great, don't get me wrong, but as a character, do I really have an opinion? It's Prince. It's like, oh, he's not. He played Prince in the show, so not really a character. It's probably a bad example, but yeah, I just don't see any of the side characters as like me trying to decide where to put on a tier list. So that'll be very quick as well. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, we'll just jump through these questions fairly quickly, I think. But Jamie asks, what do you expect to happen to Schmidt and Cece? I've been watching along. I'm curious if you think they can get back together next season, because I low-key miss them. I thought they would have got back together by now, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised we had an entire season without them getting together, like, what, 25 episodes or something. So I would say yes, season 4, especially if they're not doing Nick and Jess now. It's like you surely have to have Cece and Schmidt getting back together. So yeah, I hope that's going to be the case because I miss them as well. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I do miss them. And Schmidt had his weakest season in season 3, to be honest. So I think he needs Cece to balance that back out. Salma asks, what do you think will happen? What do you think will be going on with Nick and Jess in season 4? I don't see them two getting back together. They'll probably do like what Cece and Schmidt did, where they'll give each other looks and the whole kind of misses to being together. And maybe they'll have a couple of moments where it's like, oh, will they? I don't think they will. For season 4, I think they're probably going to do what every sitcom does ever and drag that out right until the end. Hopefully not, but I feel like they will, especially because they've broke them up now. So, someone at the door? Not at the door. So yeah, we shall see. But they're probably going to date other people. Is probably what's going to happen. So we'll see on that one. Charlotte asks, which relationship is your favourite between Cece Schmidt and Jess and Nick? Jess and Nick, easily, I think. Yeah, Cece. I really like Cece, but I feel like she just kind of pops in and out, like to serve someone else's story. Like she hasn't really had her own stories. Oh, she has, but just not as much as the other characters. So I just feel like Jess and Nick just work so much better and have more chemistry. So yeah, I'd go Jess and Nick on that one for sure. Jessica asks, now that you've gotten to see more of Coach, how do you think the show would have been different had he stayed on after the pilot and we never got Winston? It's so good that Coach left and came back because we got Winston. I can't imagine the show without Winston, to be honest. It would not be half as good without Winston. So I'm very glad it went the way it did. But Coach coming back, like I was very surprised by how much I kind of fell in love with his character, to be honest, because I didn't care for him much from what I remember in episode 1. To be fair, I didn't care about any of the characters in season 1, so that's probably part of that. But yeah, I'm glad he came back, but I'm also very happy that we got Winston, so it worked out the way it did. Heather asks, favourite episode in season 3? Not any of the later ones, I don't think. So none in kind of like the final or the third, like the final third of the season. I'd say standouts. Episode 7 when Coach came into it. Episode 9, The Longest Night. Episode 10, the Thanksgiving episode where they all went out camping. That was a banger. The birthday episode was good. Prince was a really good episode. The first sister episode of the trilogy, but that was because I was biased to Linda Cardellini. And then Big News, and then the finale was really good. I feel like there wasn't a clear, like, compared to season 1 and 2, there wasn't a clear, like, this is the best episode of this season. So I would probably have to go up 13 maybe like the birthday episode. Nick struggles to throw Jess the perfect birthday party. Had a cute moment at the end with like the cinema and stuff, so I feel like that kind of had it all. We'll go birthday episode. And Prince was a really great episode as well. And I really enjoyed the finale. So one of those three, but I'd probably say birthday or Prince overall, more so than the cruise episode. Emily asks, favourite friendship on the show? Friendship... Not Jess and Cece, even though they are great. I'd probably have to go Schmidt and Nick. Because Winston's friends with him, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's not either of their best friend. He's kind of like the Ross of the group, where it's Chandler and Joey, their best friends. Here I feel like it's Nick and Schmidt are best friends, so probably those two. But Jess and Cece are really good as well. And then Jake asks, what do you think will happen in the season 4 finale? Okay, let's go... Cece and Schmidt get back together, but that's such a long wait if that is the case. Because I thought that would have been the finale of season 3, to be honest. Let's go Schmidt proposes to Cece. Because maybe they would have been together before that point. So let's go either that or Cece is pregnant. One of those two. I don't think they're going to do anything like that with Nick and Jess, so I'm not going to say those two. And I don't think they're going to get back together either. Anki asks, what do you think would be good jobs for Nick, Coach, and Winston and Cece? I have to admit, I'm not sure what Schmidt does for a living, and I think Jess is a good teacher. And then the reply, Schmidt is a marketer. He advertises products. Winston as a detective would be amazing. Like, seeing that episode where they were trying to be lawyers and detectives and stuff, I thought that was great. So yeah, let's do Nick as a lawyer, Winston as a detective, Coach as a coach, obviously, and Cece. She's a barmaid at the moment. She was a model. I feel like she's been good at both. Well, she's not a good barmaid, actually. She's kind of terrible at that, but it suits her as well, I will say, with Cece. But she was a good model as well. So, modelling. But why did she stop doing that, actually? I don't know. Did we get a reason? And then Mariah with the final question asks, what was your favourite Nick and Jess and Cece and Schmidt moment this season? And what's your predictions for all the characters next season? What was your favourite episode this season? So we mentioned my favourite episode. As my favourite Nick and Jess moment, I did really like the moment when Nick did the cinema stuff for Jess. That was adorable. Cece and Schmidt, they didn't really... It's just them two giving each other looks and being obvious that they kind of miss each other but not doing anything about it. So that's kind of depressing. And predictions, as like I said, we'll do Cece gets pregnant. It's the big prediction for him. And Winston, he wasn't trying to become a detective. He's trying to become a cop. So let's go with I could see him as a cop as well. So let's go if he manages to somehow pull that off. I'm going to do a quick image here of my tier list. I'm not even going to bother explaining it because there's just so little characters. Keep in mind, I'm going to do like a separate... I think I'm going to do a separate tier for Linda Cardellini. Keep in mind, she's not the best character. She'd be at the bottom under all the characters. But it's Linda Cardellini. So she gets her own spot. And I'm not going to apologise for that. Alright, season 4, episode 1, guys. Let's do it.
I can't do it.
Here we go.
Oh, of course you can.
What can't you do, Jess?
And you will.
Okay, Schmidt, we've been to 11 weddings in a row. That's too many weddings.
Why? Why have we been to 11 weddings in a row? Why has that happened?
Why can't I have a party for really dedicating myself to knitting this summer?
God, I hate that you knit. I hate everything.
Why?
It makes me angry and
Yeah.
scared all at the same time. Just like when I hear the phrase Academy Award winner Anna Paquin.
What's wrong with Anna Paquin winning awards? I love Anna Paquin.
Jess, the last mouth that you kissed was Nick's mouth. That was 4 months ago. Think about that. That's horrible.
It's been 4
is Schmidt
months.
making fun of me?
Hi, Nick.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Are you wearing tap shoes?
I got them at the Goodwill. I thought they were just really shiny dress shoes.
They're cool.
Hey, what are you good?
That face bomb.
Be a man down. I feel like there's one more of us.
I think there might be.
Jess's room?
What's...
I'm coming.
I don't know. I'm not even going to ask.
Sore from Police Academy.
I'm sore from
Oh.
Police Academy.
Okay,
We
that
have
makes
gone
sense.
to wedding after wedding this summer, and with the exception of Coach and myself, none of us have truly taken advantage of the sexual opportunities that a wedding provides.
All right, I just rolled off the couch.
Winston, please!
I can't close my ass.
We are hooking up.
don't
All five
question
of
it,
us,
Coach. Don't
including
even
again.
think about it.
This is the last wedding of summer, which means it is our last chance.
Why have they been to so many weddings? I don't even understand that.
Realize how important this is?
I do.
Winter is coming.
Oh, this is prime Game of Thrones time, yeah? Where every show referenced Game of Thrones.
Sorry, what? That's not what you mean.
What's a sex fest now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us together make a fist.
You're making a mistake
Schmidt,
right now.
Nick, Coach.
I
Winston,
kinda get what
Jess.
you're saying.
Sex fist.
Oh, that's not
When you
right.
put them all together, tearing our way through the
slow down.
reception.
Listen.
See, I think it makes sense, yeah.
5 of us. Sex fists in our way. Who's that girl? It's Jess.
We need Coach in this intro now, no? Shouldn't he come down from, like, the rafters or something?
Everybody say hi to Nana. How great does Nana look, everybody? Give it up for Nana. 6 months sober. I'm kidding. 3 months.
Oh, God, everyone's crying with laughter at that.
Hold on. Stick your boobs out. Gotta turn the headlights on.
Ew.
But you got it.
Turn the headlights on.
Hi.
Hi to you. I'm Coach.
Oh my god. You don't remember me?
Oh,
Yeah. I remember.
how have you fumbled? It doesn't matter.
Oh God, what is she doing here? I thought she was in Australia. How do I look? How Jewish? I mean, like, good Jewish or bad Jewish?
Oh, I won't answer. That feels like a trap.
Don't answer, Nick.
You're not doing this tonight. What? You're not doing this
I'm not
tonight.
listening to him.
You're not doing this
Picturing
tonight.
Cece.
Stop doing this. Cece has a boyfriend.
Oh, does she then? Right.
With a bridesmaid on a 45-minute flight to San Jose. Me. You were boarding group D. She was B. How's that even possible?
Gotta think outside the box, my man.
Get your little white butt back
How
up.
did you manage that? I want to see that flashback.
Hi, I'm Jess.
Hi, I'm Ted.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So natural.
Thank you.
I loved your speech.
Oh, go away.
Hi.
I'm Kat.
I'm Ted.
It's really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
There's no way. Just.
Oh. Excuse me. My girlfriend's getting jealous.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Perfect specimen.
Oh. Of course. Okay, never mind.
Ted is the only eligible guy here, and we are his 2 best options for procreation.
Oh, I'm not trying to intimidate you. I just want you to know who you're dealing with if we're both going to compete for this man tonight.
Oh, no, he's not worth that. He ain't even worth a competition.
Okay. Have you ever heard of plutoxic syndrome? It's because I cured it.
Okay.
You're welcome, vaginas everywhere.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, those vagina voice.
Yeah, I think you might
Thanks,
lose
you
this
can
one,
say.
Jess.
I stay current on sporting events. I watch 30 minutes of porn every night just to stay up to date on the latest sex trend.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Missionary. It all depends on what happens in Syria.
I'm not even going to question that.
I'm the better choice of mate. From a purely biological standpoint, you're shorter, weaker, and dumber. No offense, I love those shoes.
I love your shoes.
Yes, but Jess is more attractive, so does that count for something?
So you're competing with her?
I can take her down because I have something she doesn't have. You guys. Now, strategy. What about you, Coach? You hook up at weddings all the time. What's your strategy?
It's called being a gorgeous black man with the body of an action figure.
Guys think that the way you dance is the way you have sex. Okay. So just give them a little something.
She's going to... Yeah, Jess definitely won't do that. You know she won't do that.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I've got a half a.
Okay, we gotta go. Excuse me, everybody.
She's going to start flossing or something. Here we go. I mean, it's somehow actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, Jess. Somehow.
I'm good to go now.
Let's go.
That's okay. You guys talk. I'm just gonna be here.
That's not a tactic at all.
Arrogant, you're sexist, you stole my phone charger, you're conceited, you're a liar.
You slept with all
I rented
these...
this man holiday. You're not in it.
You slept with her?
Tom, of course, he wanted to sell shoes for a profit. And I said no. I said, you do something better.
Oh, God. Okay.
So you guys want to come home with us, right? We want to do a 4-way.
Okay.
Me, her, you, and him.
Did Nick just run off?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Are you enjoying the wedding?
Jess, please have some self-respect. Yeah, that's not the one.
Fog of war on top of me if it looks like you.
That's the point. The fog of war is something you can't see
Like
through.
the whole thing with the Charlie thing. If Vietnam, I don't know who I'm
I'm
fighting.
soft like a lady.
His line to them is so good.
You go north, I go south. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm in steerage, and I'm rowing, and I'm rowing, and I'm rowing, and you're up in the crow's nest.
Okay.
You know, I'm digging for coal. I'm breathing in those fumes, and you're up here, you're just taking sights. You're spotting dolphins. You're just a handsome prince covered in salty sea spray.
I don't want you calling me handsome before potential.
How's it called this shit?
Look, she's here, and I don't want to go home alone. I need your help, please.
Jesus.
What's up, guys? Only thing I want in my mouth is Mr. and Mrs. Ibuprofen. Minus the
Okay.
Mr.
The two men can engage in group sex without compromising their friendship.
Good question, good question. Okay. Let's just say Nick is the salt and
Yeah.
Schmidt, you are the pepper. I'm assuming we're talking about you two.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
Yeah. That's safe to say.
As if I've made a mess. I gotta clean that up. Yes, look at that. Salt all in the pepper, pepper all in the salt, just mixed up like that.
Oh, is
There's
this
salt
part of the...
shoved in the pepper hole? How'd it get in there?
Oh, how did that happen?
Tiny, tiny pepper hole.
Nick. You're terrible at demonstrations.
I don't think... I bet he didn't even mean to do that, did he? Why was that a good idea?
Don't wait for me, Ted, because I might be a while.
Oh,
See you out on the dance floor.
yeah, she might have fumbled that one. Somehow fumbled this guy who's pulling out dad jokes 5 minutes ago.
When did one-on-one sex become old-fashioned? You know, America's got to take a hard look in the mirror at herself. We used to make things. Just be glad you're not.
Sound like he's been watching Interstellar.
Actually, Buster and I broke up.
Buster.
So I know.
Oh, the guy... Yeah, I remember.
To the four-way with you.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go book the room. You go to housekeeping, have them give you as many shower caps as they'll
Okay,
give
stop. You're gonna get one hand and I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna dangle it into the mix while I look at something else on my phone. And that's the deal.
you. Man, this is gonna be big for us.
This is for you, buddy.
What's that on your hand, man? Why is it so rough? It's like a hoof.
A hoof. Oh, he's out because of that.
You're a
that thing.
buffoon. I was only doing it for you, Schmidt, so you don't freak out when you find out that Cece's single. And now I'm the
And there it
weirdo
is.
with the hoof hand. Assumption.
So Cece's single now.
You don't know that for sure.
It's interesting.
Why are you so calm?
Interesting.
Don't just say interesting.
It's
If you're
interesting.
gonna say interesting, say why it's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's okay.
What are you doing? Just hiding in the bathroom?
Kind of.
Me too.
Get back together. And just... We'll pretend you two breaking up didn't even happen.
You're the only one out of the group who might not go home alone tonight, Jess.
Really?
Yes. It's all on your shoulders.
So the sex fist has turned into a sex finger.
Okay.
Hey.
Go on,
okay.
Jess. It's time. Seal the deal.
I'm out of moves, so I'm just gonna try being myself. I'm just getting out of a relationship with a guy that I still live with, which is kind of complicated. He's over there. What's up, Nick?
Hi, I'm Nick.
Well, what if this guy ends up being like her love interest for like half the season?
But my first sexual feelings were about teenage Simba. Because he was super hot, and I still actually find him
Okay.
hot.
Teenage Simba, I guess.
So that's me. And if you want to take me home, Ted, we can definitely do some no bra stuff.
That's me naked.
Well, and this is me with a guy who I thought was Larry King.
Oh, and it wasn't.
So it's decision time.
Yeah, Ted, who's it gonna be? Me or Jess?
Oh, it's like the Jess, Don. Oh my god.
Wow.
None of them. Oh, we're just still here.
Is
It is tough. It is a tough choice.
the whole. But of course over here we got the bing and then
Right.
Oh, God, what do I do? What do I do?
It's over.
Moments past, Ted.
Okay.
I'll take him out.
So
So
none
you
of
must
them.
have broke up.
What a fumble, bro.
I really put my mind to it. Autumn 2018.
No.
Are you ready? That's
I
my
mean,
plan B.
yeah. To be fair, sure, fair.
This every time.
So, Catherine, where do you live?
About 2 inches north of your mouth, Padre. Bye.
2 inches north of your mouth. Oh, that worked. Cool.
Like Jeffrey and Lauren want us to share in their joy. How about they share in my chocolate pocket?
What does that mean?
My butt.
That's gross.
Yeah.
just move on.
This wedding's next week.
Are they going to go to that one?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. They've resigned from going to random weddings. At least we know what they've all been up to the entire summer. Okay, there we go, guys. Season 4, Episode 1 complete. It's good to be back with this show. I have missed it, to be fair. And I feel like I think I wrapped this Season 3 of this up just before I finished Friends. So I've had like no sitcoms for like a month and a half, which has been weird because I've been reacting to some form of a sitcom for like 3.5 years. So that's kind of nice. But it's good to have it back. I have missed these characters. So yeah, this episode though was fine. I don't think this was anything exceptional going on. Like I say, it's very clear they're just going to drag out Cece and Schmidt, drag out Nick and Jess. So hopefully they can have other things going on other than that, because that's going to get very tiresome. Even already they're like, yeah, Cece broke up with that Australian guy that was in 10 episodes of the last season, so that didn't last at all. It's like, okay, waste of my time, I guess, but I guess it's the way of life. But it had some good funny moments, and I mean, I'm glad that guy, what was his name, Mark, is not going to be someone who sticks around because he was boring. So yeah, I'll go I think 6.5 out of 10. I think it's an absolutely fine episode. For New Girl standards, though, they've definitely had way, way better than this. So I'd actually argue, is this the weakest premiere they have? I never count Season 1 premieres because they're always like you're getting into the show. So yeah, Season 3 premiere was better. That was where Winston was colourblind. And the Season 2 premiere was better as well. So I'd say this is the weakest premiere that they've had so far. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And I'll see you next time for Episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.